and like walk in through. So we left that cracked where a cat could get in there and go snuggle up in some stuff and be out of the cold.
Be out of the wind chill, which is
Mm-hmm.
the most like damaging portion, and on less wet, snowy ground.
Exactly.
I'm assuming you're discussing the cold winter.
Mm-hmm.
Ah. Well, first I want to start the session by saying welcome back, Icarus.
Yay.
We have missed our robot.
We have Mr. Toaster.
Yes, the divine toaster is back. We need to decide what to do with the divine Bluetooth now.
Yes, because we stole the Bluetooth. Technically, the Bluetooth came with us willingly, but you know.
As I said in the beginning, unfortunately, the Moogles have been benched. We are giving them our best wishes for them to feel better for next session. We have with us our tall purple rage monster, our orc aficionado, our broody emo elf, and our toaster. So we will do our best to give session 30 the best we can give.
Yay!
In that vein, I feel everyone, including 3 of our players, all hail the divine toaster.
Yes.
The chat has started off so well by starting a cult in the name of Del. Congrats, Del, you got a cult.
If we don't end this game with Del having an official cult, I'm going to be very surprised.
But I think everyone in chat, myself, and the other players agree. What the hell has Del been doing for the past 2 weeks while kidnapped? We're going to find out first.
Yeah.
Because, well, while the party was off absconding around the fucking ocean trying to find their toaster, Del was, well, blue screen of death.
He was having a hard time.
Last we saw Del back in Traguna, they were bumped into by a stranger who whispered a phrase that caused Del to seize up. And it's not a cult until we make merchandise. Oh god, don't say that.
Oh no.
If anyone makes Del merchandise, I swear I'm gonna like call a tax person and be like, we're not a cult. Anyway, yeah, Del was seized up and paralyzed and kidnapped. All their gear left behind. We're rewinding the clocks back to do like a speed run of the events leading up to where they are now. Della, you found yourself waking up finally. Not where you were, but in a boat. You know it's inside of a boat because, well, traveling by sea for the past month or so that you have been, you're starting to recognize the interior of a ship.
Yeah. Hey, look at that.
The first thing you realize, though, is you're not being interacted with by the crew of the ship. Only interactions you have gotten are people bringing you a tray of food a day and checking to make sure you're not dead. No communication. Nothing.
Lovely.
This goes on for about 4 days. Once you get the ship has made port, you are forcibly removed from the ship and brought into what can only be described as an underground cell. Quite roomy, though. It's about like, I would say like those like really fancy hotel suite sizes. Not that ritzy, but like size-wise. You got a bed, you got a bookshelf. You know, you got a space to move around your room.
Ah, yes, the noble's cell as opposed to a common cell.
Exactly. You got the the uppity cell. During your time though, your treatment has been
The federal prison.
Yeah, right. Your treatment has been, for the most part, amiable. They're not mistreating you, but they're also not exactly like, being nice to you. You have noticed the frequency of the people who'd taken you. And unfortunately, you're a little perplexed by the people who took you in general. One of them is one of them is a human fighter. You can tell because when you see him, he is fixing bandages on his arms. You were able to discern he's more than likely practicing all the time. You are also able to notice that 2 of them were insect-like.
Okay.
And they speak in a very like chittering, clicking noises, which probably was unnerving to you. I'm not going to presume. There was another one That was, unfortunately, very Mr. Popo-esque, in that it looks like a catfish on 2 legs.
Oh no.
And it just stared at you a lot. It didn't speak to you ever, but it just stared. With those cold,
Popo.
dead eyes. Another one was a Lamia. For those who don't know, a Lamia is a half human, half snake person.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was that going to be your
Like-
question?
No, it was, I think
Like
it's more
Naga
pronounced-
style?
Yeah, it's like a Naga.
Naga is when it's
the other way around, though.
Yeah, Naga is like 90% snake with like humanoid features. A Lamia is waist up woman, waist down snake.
I mean, it could be a snack.
To some
It
people on the
depends
internet,
if that's your
snack.
thing.
To some people
Snack.
on the internet, it's a snack.
Okay, well, I'll ignore the Freudian slip. It's fine.
Yeah.
That's the first one of the week. We'll consider that the only one. And the final person you noticed was, for lack of a better term, Popo's about to teach you the pecking order.
Oh, no.
The final crew member that you noticed was the best way to describe it, a clown with a bonnet.
With a bonnet?
Yeah, like the bonnet hats.
A clown?
You know,
Like-
it's in the bestiary. If you want to go stare at it and be like, "That's gonna haunt my nightmares," that's up to you. I'm not gonna force you to do it. But yeah, this.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that kind of looks albino Lickitung in a poorly put on production of Oklahoma. All right.
That's gonna be a haunting nightmare for you, I imagine.
Probably. What the fuck is that?
That's one of your captors.
Alrighty.
Again, they don't interact with you much. You are able to hear some of the conversations of the guards as, you know, you're in a large room, so voice travels. Tell me, it has been a 2-week period that you've been captured. What did you spend your time doing while in your cell?
Oh, well, once it became clear that they weren't going to talk back, I'm guessing. Yes.
Yeah, they were very cold shouldery.
Okay, gotcha. So in that case, he's honestly just been watching and getting a feel down for their rotation,
Okay.
like for how long they're here, for how like much they switch out, how long it takes them to switch out, like all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Because you know, Robot, smart boy, he can just sort of like keep a mental note of these things, and he's just kind of to see if he can get a chance to do something. I think he's also, because there's not much else to do, he's been going probably around and around the cell and like looking at things, seeing if anything is like weakened in some areas or if it's otherwise like okay.
I won't make you roll for it, but I will tell you he does discover because again, you've done this for 2 weeks. You don't need to roll for perception on that. In 2 weeks, I hope you can figure out these things on your own.
This is my hope, yes.
You do learn their routine. They do have a strict shift schedule. It seems like for the most part, the shift breakup is like a couple hours each day, and then they rotate and so on. The same person brings you the meal every day. That part never changes. You have started to learn what you see on them for gear in terms of like weaponry, so you're getting an idea of like, okay, what they're dealing with versus what you're dealing with. And given that you have nothing on you, you are very clearly aware you're unarmed and they are very armed.
Yeah, that's fair.
But you also, as you said, you're looking around for any like weak points or anything. You notice that the bars of your cell have. This place was clearly not built by them; it was found by them, because the bars have that corroded effect of like a coastal breeze from the moisture in the air, causing the metal to rust and start getting weaker.
Yeah.
So you are like, okay, this place is obviously makeshift, done on the fly, and it's very much a case of these people use it because it's available, not because Ooh, this was the best on the real estate page.
Fair enough.
There was no open house for this. It was more of a, hey, no one's using it. It's ours.
Okay. So I think in that case, especially considering that he doesn't have like of his stuff, because it all like they just sort of left it.
You were able
There-
to figure out that when you were decommissioned, they took you but left your stuff behind.
Fair enough.
All
So
you
he's like,
have
well,
on you is your
hopefully my
clothing.
friends found my stuff.
All you have on you is
Fair
your
enough.
clothing.
Fair enough. Okay. So yeah, I think honestly what he's percolating in the back of his mind is sort of like, I have no idea where I am. They do, but also they probably want to keep my existence here a secret. Get out and make enough noise. I can get away in the confusion.
Question.
So-
do you have the navigate skill?
Let me check.
It's an intelligence base. That's why I'm like, I don't know what skills you would or would not have.
I don't, but it's something I could just roll for.
Well, no,
I think.
it's either that or do you have geography? The knowledge?
I think so.
I forget who has what for knowledge, so I'm always going to ask what everyone has.
Okay. I think so. To be fair, the I think with my like skill thing, it was like knowledge is all. So I didn't know if that meant that I should pick like a few, or if that just meant like I put ranks into which ones I care about.
If it says you has all, then you have all. It just means that you didn't put any ranks to add to it.
Yeah, knowledge all.
Okay,
so,
then you have at least 1 point in every knowledge. Okay, then if you would like, because again,
perfect. So yes, I do have geography.
You can do it. You can do that to determine like based on how long you were in the ship, how long they traveled, and based on like the direction, you can have an idea of where you are.
Okay,
Because you've also traveled by boat prior to the game, so you have an idea of like where things are.
Yeah. So in addition to this, because you mentioned that the bars are a little corroded and are like damaged, and so as a Shindroid, I have a natural weapon for slam, which it only does like a D4. But I figure since I've got their watch schedules like pretty much down,
Mm-hmm.
I can he's probably timed it to the point where essentially whenever they switch out or whenever they've like left for a bathroom break or something, he takes that opportunity to just like slam his fist into the bases of these fucking bars.
Is he trying to do a what's it called, Shawshank Redemption?
Sure.
Where he's trying to be like, okay, they're not
I
looking
haven't
cool.
actually seen
Break.
it.
The longest story.
Like, basically, yeah, it's like they're gonna hear this,
Break
especially because he can also like wrap his cloak around it if he wants to for like extra sound dampening.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's just like slam, 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 wait, listen, slam, 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 and then over the course of like a few days or something, it should where he can wiggle those bars out or straight up just like
Pop one out.
punch them out with the force of it over time. Because he's not the strongest, but like he has this thing, and over time a D4 adds up.
Oh yeah,
if
no,
it's a D4 every time you hit.
yeah, no, you're not wrong. And not only that, but again, you did describe they are weak and all that. But yeah, if you want to, you can roll the geography to have just to like try guessing, have an idea where you are.
Okay,
that's up to
cool.
you.
I will definitely do that. Let's see what I got.
Ah, the sound of a
Okay, math rock. Okay, so that's a 3 plus. Okay, it's just a 3. Sorry, I was double checking. I haven't done this one. So yes, it's 3 plus 15 is 18.
Okay. Dell uses shove. It was super effective with time. I would say You have an idea of where Traguna is on the map, and you also know, based on the direction you guys sailed and how much time it took, you're able to know you're on the continent where the Empire is. You don't know exactly where, but you know you are on the western portion of the Imperial continent. Based on the fact that you can,
lovely,
right? You're just getting all over the place. Based on the fact that you can smell the coast, you notice the bars are corroded because of the ocean air. You know that you're still on the coastal part, which tells you that you're not on the southern part of the continent because it would have taken longer to get there. So if anything, you're on the northern half or in one of the inlets. I think that's
okay. And where was the party when I was last conscious?
They were on Traguna, which would have been, again, based on time, on the other side of the not on the other side of the continent, but you got a peninsula between you.
Okay, gotcha.
So
He's like, oh.
So if they haven't left the island, they shouldn't be far from you.
Okay.
Also,
okay, gotcha. So yeah.
This is the question though. Would you stage your actions during the day or during the night more?
I think I think he might do it at night because he does have dark vision, so he could potentially like flee and not necessarily like leave a like have to use anything to track himself, like to light his way.
He just goes green.
Whereas because he exactly. Whereas they might actually have to either get stuff or they might have a harder time like tracking him because it's a lot harder to track and look for those subtle differences in grayscale, whereas opposed to he's just fucking fleeing.
That's fair.
So it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
So yeah.
So
I think he would attempt at night.
Okay. So we'll say 3 or 4 days.
And because he can set up a little thing so it just looks like he's, quote unquote, sleeping on the bed, because he's made it look like he at least is doing that regularly.
Fair enough. We'll say like 3 or 4 days it takes for you to do your little shove the bars. On the 5th night, as you're trying to do the remove the bars, you hear a noise from behind you coming from the bed.
From the bed?
Yeah, from the bed behind you.
I look.
You see lounging on the bed, one leg up in the air doing the one leg thing. White hair, very Caucasian, with steel gray eyes, wearing a purple vest, red tunic, and some lovely blue pants with gold wrist bracers and a gold belt. What looks like an elven person just chilling out, looking at you in the bed, head hanging over the edge, going, "You look like you're having a time."
Do I recognize this person?
Roll a history.
Okay. He's not one.
He is definitely not one of the. He's definitely one of the guards you've come across. This is like the first time you've seen him on the island.
Okay, knowledge history. That is a 25. I got a 19 on the dot.
Fun fact: you don't know this person directly. You know of this person based on the appearance.
Who dis? New phone. Who dis?
You are staring at a fae named Vinith.
Oh boy. Okay.
What you know about this fae is they are known to be a trickster. They are prone to generally be misbehaving, though never malicious. And more than that, they have been known to enjoy prodding the mortals to see what fun they can be in certain situations.
Oh, lovely. All right.
But also because you have a chance to actually look at him now, you notice he has a what I can best describe as like two bandolier appearing black chains around his torso.
Okay.
And
That's cool as hell.
we'll see when you figure out what they're for. But no, he remains on the bed and he starts doing like the bored ADHD foot tapping thing in the air, and just goes, remember, my fine seeing friend, if you're gonna try breaking out, it's best to be done with a little flair.
I don't think I have a flare.
Everyone has a flair, you just gotta find it. For example, watch this. Hops off the bed and strolls past you very flamboyantly. Like, this man has no chill.
Not a bit.
He rolls up non-existent sleeves, flicks both his hands, rubs his palms together, and goes, I play this for you without a lyre in hopes your door shall catch on fire. Flicks the metal bars, and they start to melt in front of you.
Oh, that's amazing.
Ain't it just, though?
Is this your first jailbreak?
He just gives a look like, I probably shouldn't answer that. Extends a hand to you and offers to help you stand back up because you were, closer to the ground. I do believe you should abscond now because the gate being gone kind of defeats the purpose of imprisonment, doesn't it?
A little bit. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, of course. Come on, let's go. We have to go before, they notice.
Yeah, no, he just, books it.
As you go, he's following you, and he's kind of, you know how you float like a few inches above the ground?
Yeah.
He is lounging, floating about equal to your shoulder.
Incredible.
And he's keeping pace with you, but he's just looking very bored, but also scheming as he's doing it.
Just like, what else can I make?
Very, very, very much. He has an expression of, I'm bored, but the minute I see an opportunity, I'm taking it. So, I never caught your name. What's your name? Hi, I'm Thinneth.
Oh, hello. Sorry about that. Like, look around the corner. I'm Del.
Oh, right, you're Delphi. I heard all about you. My boss is very intrigued by you.
Oh.
At this point, he shifts to be like, if he was on solid ground, he'd be on his stomach, resting his chin on his the back of his hands.
Amazing.
And he just goes, yeah, I'm employed by Zamala, the great god of time, balance, death, and all that boring crap. And he is quite fascinated with you. Also, step back 5 steps.
Good. He does so.
As you step back, you see 2 guards walk by in front of you and just barely miss your visions.
Right. Yeah. I learned how to do the guard thing for those in myself. Forgot it. Okay. So, is this a good fascination or a bad? Does he need me to predict something?
Oh, he doesn't need to predict anything. He sees all things all the time. He sees too much. Except for you. You seem to be a blind spot for him.
Well, that's odd.
Yeah. Imagine it, though. A god of time who can't see the future of a person when he can see all the timelines simultaneously. You can imagine why he'd be curious.
Yeah, I can understand
Also,
why.
Duck.
He does.
He looks around. Oh, you were so gullible. That's fun. Anyway, continue. Sorry.
Just like, hey, wait a minute. Sorry, I'm fine. Anyway.
I don't get to play a Fae
It's
much. I'm
the
enjoying
lesson.
this. Have fun with it.
No, this is delightful. Oh my goodness. Okay, so he continues forward and is just like, does he want to talk to me or just want a letter?
Now that you mention, I don't actually know if he knows how to read or write. If you send him a letter, that might be insulting. And again, it could be fun. We're going to put a pin in that. Hold on to that idea. We'll come back to that later. Question really quick. Because where he is, time isn't, but will be. Really quick. Have you and your friends, have you guys already done the thing with, as he goes to speak, he suddenly stops and goes, oh, no, you haven't done that. We'll get back to that later. Anyway, sorry about that. Okay, so as I said, my boss is very all-seeing. All strands of time, and as he's talking, like a thread appears out of nowhere, and he goes, he sees everyone's threads. He sees all of it, and none of it at the same time. Any possibility that can ever be, he has seen, will see, and is watching currently. And in every timeline, there's always been a through line, except for this one.
And he thinks that's because of me?
He doesn't actually know. He's still bashing his gorgeous blonde-haired head over it. I'm the one who has a theory. I noticed that in all those other timelines, you and your friends don't meet. This is the only timeline where you six are traveling together.
Oh. Huh.
See, this timeline has a beginning. We've seen it. It leads up to where you met those other 5 mortals on the island. Every other timeline, you guys never meet. And things all happen, good, bad, different, you know. One of them you're actually a very sexy girl. But I'm not gonna talk about that right now. That's not important. Another one, you, and there's one timeline where you're actually, for lack of a better term, you're kind of half the size and you have whiskers.
I have.
Yeah, you're more feline in that. Don't worry about it. Something I think they called you Booker. Anyway, but no, in this timeline, the minute you and your friends met, the future vanished, and it's being formed as you go. And you can imagine for a time god that's confusing because they need to always know what's going on.
Yeah, that's sort of, it's their domain. So somehow the combination of all of our resonances as they exist in the fabric of time ends up messing with things in a very particular way, but only here, which may be the timelines it's made to not happen, but could also be because the resonances have to hit very specifically.
I don't know. I'm just a fan. I don't deal with time. Well, I dealt with time once. Pulls the chains on his chest. That's why I'm kind of employed. I told a bunch of Crimson Time mages to go fuck around with time, and oh god, the Zamala was not happy. Something about speedsters shouldn't be running. Don't change the past is the moral, I guess. I don't know. I thought it was quite delightful.
That's a pretty solid moral, I think.
I don't know. I thought it was kind of funny sending those time mages back to tell their ancestors about. Well, actually, I can't tell you about that either. It hasn't happened. Don't worry about it. All you need to know is indoor plumbing is going to be big.
Okay. I see what you did there.
And he has a very very knowing grin on his face. But anyway, oh, hold that thought. Puts a finger to your forehead. And he waves his hand and goes, "Look before you count the sheep. You're overdue. It's time for sleep." And you hear a bunch of thudding. He pulls you by the collar and you look around the corner and you see that all the guards are unconscious.
Just sawing logs.
Anyway,
That is a very handy trick.
you want to see a really handy trick? Watch this. He pulls on his wrist and his hand looks like it slides clean off the wrist.
Oh. Is it supposed to do that?
Well, he shakes his wrist and it goes back and you can tell it's just an illusion.
Ah.
Anyway, I shouldn't keep up too much of your time. You do have friends to find.
Yeah, I do. They're somewhere, I'm sure.
Oh, they're closer than you think.
Oh, really?
Yeah. One of them was quite upset about it.
Oh. Yeah, I should probably try to find a way to unprogram some things.
See, that's why I think you're interesting. You, well, I don't want to say carbon. You're more like steel, but you're not that steely. You're more, I don't know what, you're questionable. I don't understand you, but it is very interesting. No, I have a theory though why you're such a blind spot to the god. You carry with you that sphere.
Oh.
Well, you carry it.
Oh, yeah. Wait, does that not exist in other timelines?
Oh, it does. But in the other timelines, it was with the god.
I have a divine sphere.
Technically, I don't know if you noticed, but you and your friends have with you 2 divine objects. And no, it's not the fork.
We have 2?
Yeah, the jumping chinchilla. She's got one of them.
The Moogle? DFA?
Oh, that's what they're called. They're called Moogles? Oh, this timeline's a different name. Wow. Yeah, all the other timelines are called chinchillas, or they got different names. Don't worry about it. But yeah, no. She's got a divine object too.
Her chocobo?
No, I do like that one though. That one has very, very interesting thoughts. The short end of it, it believes it is a divine being and you are all peasants, so just keep that in mind.
Okay.
But no. You said the name's DFA, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, DFA. Oh, by the way, watch your step. You're gonna walk over one of them.
Oh.
DFA has a scepter crafted by the gods. Curious that you have 2 objects, isn't it?
A little bit.
Wish I could tell you why.
You sure you don't want it?
Oh, no, you don't get it.
He does this with like a little like...
You don't understand. The leash prevents me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Zamala's very keen on not letting me have fun.
Well, I'm sorry about that, but you have done a very well presented job. Lots of good presentation here.
Oh, this is all me. Zamala's way more boring than this. He's so drab and depressing.
Oh, no, I meant like even with the limitations, you're still able to be more or less true to your aesthetic, and that's really, really cool.
Oh, yes. Thank you, darling. Thank you. So, like, I do have to ask, because again, I'm technically working. If you were to get back to your friends, what would you be doing?
You never see it coming.
Well, I know we still need to figure out where some people's family members are and make sure that they're okay or retrieve them, or if the worst has happened, get some justice. I need to find out a bit more about avoid apparently the manhunt that's going on for me. So I'll probably have to figure out how to like disguise myself. I'm not a good liar. That'll be fun. But yeah. So figuring out things, sailing around, not getting captured by more annoying people. You know, the usual.
So you plan on being heroic?
Yeah,
That
I guess so.
That could be fun. I'm all about having merriment, so as long as you guys are going to be entertaining, I don't mind getting you along where you need to go.
Oh yeah, and eventually Hyacinth wants to open up a really pretty flower shop with like really pretty performances and like ladies who are lovely doing things with like flowers. And she was talking about making me a costume to go along with it to do some kind of performance. But she was saying something about how I need to learn how to dance certain ways first. No, it'll be fun though.
At that, hearing that, Benneth gives a very like, "Oh, honey" expression, and just goes, "Oh, I know all about their plans. Don't worry." Across every timeline, your rabbit friend is quite the entertainer, and some of them I'm actually her patron.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it goes very well in some of the timelines. I was told that there's a cult to me in one of them that they started. I was quite impressed.
I don't think I need a cult.
Oh, everyone needs a cult. It helps you build the self-esteem, gives you a little bit of panache in your step. Don't worry, it'll grow on you. I promise, the idea will grow on you. Anyway, I do believe I need to go. You know, time, God, watching everything. He doesn't even know I'm here yet. So by the time he does, I need to be gone. So,
of course.
So to help you along the way, I know you're a little timid still. So I give you 2 gifts. You're not my friend, do not despair. We'll seize this day, on this I swear. He flicks your forehead. And after that, you feel a bit lighter.
Oh?
That silly phrase that they used to knock you out, it won't affect you anymore.
Thank you.
However, there is a drawback. You have to pretend it does. As you said, they're going to keep chasing you. They cannot know that your little shackles have been released.
Right.
Because then they'll
Do I need to
kill
pretend
you.
just long enough to... So just pretend long enough that I can potentially get... and not necessarily let them, cart me off to another ship.
Yeah, I don't want to come back and do this again. It's fun. It really is. But it might be noticed if I do it more than once.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for helping me this many times at least.
Oh, trust me, it's fun. Watching you figure it out was quite intriguing. You were onto something with the whole the bars thing, but I didn't want you to hurt those pretty little hands of yours.
It's okay. The skin regrows eventually.
See, that's why you're fascinating. You heal differently. But anyway, the other thing I'd like to give you is a bit of a guide.
Like Oak?
Sort of. Let me help you with the fright of the night. Go forth and follow these dancing lights. And you see little globules of light essentially making a path out of the place.
Oh, hell yes.
And before you ask, they are little strobing, pulsing, different colors of the rainbow.
Amazing. Yes.
Just so you
Perfect.
know, only you will see these.
Oh.
And as you pass them, they will vanish behind you. They will take you where you need to go. Just follow them. Don't skip off the path, just follow those.
Yeah, no detours.
And when you find your friends, stick with them. I'm interested to see where this little thing is going. This whole not seeing the future is quite fun. And I also like seeing Zamala work. That'd be good.
That's fair.
Last thing I need is him coming and wiping this timeline out because you guys stepped out.
Yeah, we'll do our best to stay within the at least generally good to neutral side of things, so that we don't get any divine smackdowns.
It's fine. I think he's sensible. As long as the timeline doesn't break, he's amenable. He's a central road person. He's not on the left or the right. He's very middle ground. As long as everything is balanced, he's okay.
Okay, gotcha.
And at that point, you hear like the chains on him kind of like rattling and then go taut on his chest. And then he's like, uh-oh. Okay, I think I'm gone. Remember?
Okay, thank you again.
And before you can even finish, he snaps out of existence.
He's just like, probably something about the lights. Stay to the lights, only I can see them. They disappear. Detour. Okay. And then he fucking books it.
As you should.
He vamooses.
For the record, the dancing lights take you. They do allow you time to sleep, so while you shouldn't detour, you can take breaks and everything. They're still there. So once you are far enough away, you are able to rest if you need to or wanted to, and you don't have to be constantly sprinting for your life.
Maximum Neum.
The midnight zoomies.
I think once we get out of... Sorry, one more time.
So the maximum zoomies have been achieved.
Exactly. Once he gets after I don't know, like the rough equivalent of like a half mile or so, maybe up a full mile away from the place, to where like they wouldn't be immediately looking like they'd be looking in that immediate area, not too much further out of it. He'll probably slow down to like a jog.
Okay. Would you, because I know you don't need sleep as much, would you like to go the entire night or go for like part of the night and then sleep?
I think part of the night and then sleep, because he still is supposed to rest for like a certain amount of time every night. So yeah, I wish it was. I think it technically is supposed to be 8 hours, but he's gonna push it and only like get 4 hours of rest. So he'll probably have like.
You'll just wake up later in the day. That's all.
Yeah.
Okay. While that's happening, we will cut back to the others who are, doing their thing. Last we left off with them, Hyacinth dragged Elric into a shack in the middle of the woods to ask if the man inside knew Elric. And once you two got back inside, you see the man is passed out and bleeding in the shack.
Hyacinth sneezes. Hyacinth's player has a big "I could have been Turbo" moment. The bunny could have had a cult. That was not the bunny cult.
Almost.
The road not taken.
The road not taken. Hyacinth's just gonna drag Elric over to, because the Hume, it was a Hume, correct?
It is a Hume.
Mm-hmm.
And they are going to bend down to the injured Hume and start like looking over them, and they're going to pull out a healing potion and then look at Elric and just say, it's like, I should heal this one, right? Like, we need this one. This one is what's his face's friend, I think.
Yeah, he seems like he needs some help right now.
All right. And Hyacinth is going to take the knocked out Hume by the face, squish the cheeks, open the mouth, and then pour in the healing potion.
Oh my god, you're just gonna fucking like CPR this guy with the fucking liquid. I'm
And-
so happy that we've kind of confirmed that healing potions are carbonated drinks.
And so they are going to make sure that and basically cover like the Hume's mouth and plug their nose and try to get them to swallow.
They do swallow. How much does the potion heal them for?
I'm looking up to see which.
That way I know
what
how
the
much
stats
HP to give them.
1d6 plus 1. They get 5 HP back.
5 HP? Okay, so they're no longer unconscious and they're back to like stable. Okay.
And then right before they, as soon as they blink, Hyacinth is gonna smack them on the chest.
Roll unarmed strike. No, I'm kidding.
Back to 0.
Oh no.
Elric's like, no, Hyacinth, stop! We just saved him. He coughs and sputters, and there's now another person in the room where there wasn't one last time. And the person he did see is now like inches from his face. The fear immediately kicks in.
Hyacinth's gonna boop him on the nose and then just look and tilt their head and their ears wiggle and their nose flares and they smile and they says, "Oh good, you're alive." And then look at Elric. I think this is who we were looking for.
I would assume so. Are you okay?
Do you have keys? Or are you keys?
I am Keys, yes. Can you please get off me? I need to breathe, and you're kind of pressing against me.
Oh. Okay. And Hyacinth's going to jump back up.
Like, the immediate, like, space allows him to breathe. Finally, he's like, I asked you before, and I'm gonna hopefully get the answer this third time. Did Anthony send you?
The Hume that sent us. Hyacinth is asking Elric.
I don't remember.
Off table,
table,
yes.
I don't know. Yes. Yes, he did.
Did he send you to kill me, or did he send you to help me?
We're supposed to find you. And we're supposed to find whatever you were keeping guard over?
Well, you found it. He slowly, like, shifts his weight to be pressing his back straight against the wall and looks around. Was it only you two that came?
No, our friends are here too, somewhere.
At that moment, I'm assuming Ori's gonna step in.
Sure.
Well, because you're kind of just chilling out with the Moogles, so I wasn't sure what you were planning on doing.
Yeah, I'll walk in.
You're really gonna scare the guy now.
He reaches very slowly and gently towards Elric and just taps you in the upper leg and going, am I seeing a Goliath?
No, it's Corey.
Corey's very nice.
He's on your side, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank God. Thank all the gods.
Technically, I think she's on my side. Hyacinth's gonna look at Corey. And then
Corey's just
nod.
going to nod and smile cryptically.
Because I'm autopiloting, we're gonna say that DFA just pokes him.
In the stab wound.
No, just like gently with like Moogle paw, be like, "You good there, buddy?" Okay, that's quite a bit of you. A lot more than the last person I ran into that caused all this. So Anthony sent you guys to check on me. That's good to know. Here I thought he sent someone to kill me.
I think he thought you were already dead.
If it weren't for you guys finding me, I probably would be.
Why would you think he would want you dead?
Because the last person I ran into worked with us until they attacked me.
Ah,
So I assumed.
Did you do something bad to them?
I would assume the seeing them talking with a Guado wasn't their intention. I know
Was he a smarmy Guado?
really couldn't tell. I was about like half a mile away. I just saw them. And when I left to come back here, he was waiting for me. Not the Guado, the other one.
Tyson's just gonna look at Corey and just say, I think it was Jeffrey.
Totally right.
God damn it. The joke that doesn't end. Ugh. Yeah, no. I did learn, painfully as you can tell, that stupid thing that they saw in the woods, the transparent thing, isn't actually the bear.
The shimmery thing.
Shimmery thing? What shimmery thing? The invisible.
There's a off table.
Yes.
Hyacinth saw the shimmery thing, correct?
She did.
All right, cool. I couldn't remember if they. I think it was Hyacinth and Magzio who were the two that saw it.
Yeah, you guys saw the predator.
Because we had an insane perception check.
Yes.
Hyacinth's gonna just once again tilt their head to the side, their ears wiggle, bunny nonsense, and then they're going to describe the shimmering that was following the bear. Like, it didn't seem like it was hurting the bear. The bear was also like a little strange, but it didn't attack it. I don't know if it could actually see it.
What you're describing isn't what I saw. What I saw was way bigger. And it went with its master, the asshole who did this.
And is that the thing that's been eating the soldiers?
Yeah. At this point, he's like straining to stand up and like using the wall to like steady as he gets up.
Go help him up.
Reluctantly, he lets you. At first, he's like, because you moved quickly, he's like, then he's like, oh, okay, you're okay, you're helping me. Once he's steady and everything, he does kind of like nod you off. You're like, okay, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
Thing I saw was about, I don't know, taller than your friend here.
Impressive.
Yeah, it's impressive I didn't die. Gotta get back to Anthony, or one of you needs to get back to Anthony. Something. Let him know we have a traitor.
Sneaky are you?
Well, if your two smaller friends don't mind, they can help me back to town. You four can do whatever, well, you three can do whatever the hell you were doing. Or just go off and find that asshole.
What does your friend look like?
No friend of
Yes,
mine.
please describe the asshole.
Not a friend
That
anymore,
too.
but prone to wearing purple armor. It's a gaudy color. No, that's him, not me. We all know I like purple.
I know, but
he
Hyacinth
said
looks
that
like
next to DFA.
Hyacinth like immediately looks offended, and they have this moment of contemplating. It's like I could just shoot him because Hyacinth is garbed entirely in purple.
Looks at,
DFA's armor purple too.
he looks at both of you and goes, "Not that kind of purple. This is more the what's the Anthony's always the artist, and I don't listen to him. More of a aubergine. I think is the fucking food. Yeah,
I think that's a
thing.
fancy word for eggplant.
Sure, that. It's more like that color.
Okay, you can live then.
Anyway, no. Him and that thing are heading back to town. They're gonna go try and take all of Antony's, as well, the children of the seas, storehouses under the city.
There's an under to the city?
Are you sure you work with the same person I do?
We're just here to find whatever is in this place, and then possibly kill a bear. But I don't think I want to kill the bear. The bear didn't really do anything wrong. The bear didn't hurt you, right?
No. Do you saw how big that bear is? If that thing had hit me, I'd be dead.
Maybe not immediately.
For the record, he's smaller than Elric. Like, body frame wise, so he is a small twink of a man.
Versus Elric being a twunk.
Twink. He also doesn't wear armor, he wears more like leathers and stuff like that.
He'll be fine.
But he's like, no, the bear. Oh, fuck. That too. Reaches down, pulls a broken arrow shaft out of his pouch and goes, yeah, that thing is sick. If you can fix it, that problem goes away.
How? So I guess we need to feed the bear the cure then. And Hyacinth is going to pull out the pouch with the antidote to the toxin.
Where'd you get that?
Or to the poison. And just kind of like show it. And look to Elric. It's like, you knew what this was, didn't you? Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Off table, you remember that it's the glacial greens.
Yeah.
Which is what you feed chocobos.
Mhm.
Just powdered.
Where the hell did you get that stuff?
Oh, I lied a lot and ended up getting the guards to give me a whole quiver full of poisoned arrows.
He just stares at you.
Hyacinth just smiles and flares their nostrils.
You are an odd group, you know that, right?
I've heard that before.
As long as you know.
I
Like-
mean, if you want to hide somewhere, you can go hide on the fuck boat.
The what now?
It's our ship. It's our ship.
Yeah.
He just shrugs it off like, I'm not gonna ask.
Hyacinth points to Moxio. He's the captain.
You know what, Captain? I will go with you if you would like to your ship. We can talk. We can meet up with Anthony. You guys, I assume, want to take care of the bear. You said. If that's the case, I won't keep you. After you, Captain.
What's the name of your not friend?
Adelaide.
Adelaide. Are they a Hume?
Fun fact, don't know. Never took off the armor.
Oh. That would work.
Also, because I noticed what time it is, really quick, gonna do an early break because biological needs. So we're gonna take a quick break, guys. And when we can get, when everyone gets back, we can do the bear stuff and the Dell stuff. And hopefully get all this done and not have to leave anything off. So I stress everyone, take a break, stretch, bathroom stuff, whatever you need to do. We will be right back. Don't go away. Audience, apology for the quick abrupt break. I picked my nail too much and I had to go fix that. Anyway, the break's been done. Hopefully everyone had a good break. We're back for the second half of the episode. Gonna quickly cut back to the robot who has been traveling through the night and the days and the nights and the days. Took him a while, but Dell eventually comes across a very thick forest, and the lights become more spaced out now, whereas before they were closer together, so you could see where you're going. How would you feel to the sudden going from where you were on the coast to now you're in a deep forest? How would Dell react to the change of biomes?
He would legit need a minute to get his bearings, which is like, oh, okay. I guess I'm going in there. He knows that like the lights are supposed to lead him to where like they said, like he has no reason to distrust the Fae. Because honestly, Adele knows of Fae, but I don't think he knows about like what can happen if a Fae decides to really fuck with you. So he has no knowledge of like, nah, this being fine. So he's just gonna follow through. I think he's like making mental maps as he goes, like just in case, like anything that like is big and stands out. Like, oh look, that's the rock that kind of looks like a camel. You know, just so that
Roll an
if he needs to, he
intelligence.
can find
Roll an intelligence really quick.
Fair.
No, just to see how deep the map he's making is.
Oh yeah, he's just encasing it basically.
Yeah.
Would this be knowledge? Oh, wait, you said just an int
You can,
check?
if you want, you can do the geography or just a flat intelligence roll.
Yeah, it's fair. I might as well do it
Whichever
as
you're
like
more
geography,
confident.
so it's okay, that's a dirty 20, so 17 plus 3.
Okay. You're able to, again, internalize map wise. You're able to memorize enough of where you're going so that you haven't gotten lost. You're not like, oh, he's fucking with me, having me run in circles. You are piecing together that you are going places, as well as if you had to somehow double back, you would know where you're going to avoid winding up back where you were.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Good shit.
You also know that the moss grows on one side of a tree. You found a boulder.
Yeah.
That's really a rock.
Good shit.
Unfortunately, this wasn't a pioneer's rock.
It's not just a boulder.
It's a rock.
It's a rock. Anyway.
And then
He used to
I'm
ride
sorry.
these all over the place.
And then Dell's cult was born, the cult of the rock. Isolation has fucked with the robot that much.
Poor Dell. Anyway, so just he's making his way downtown, walking faster.
God damn it. Just so you're known, the forest you're in is very it's a flat land. It's not like very hilly. It's not a mountainous woods. It is just a flat forest, mostly birch trees, oak, fir trees, you know. Very it's not like thick where it's like, oh fuck, I can get lost if I take the wrong turn. You can see where you're going. You do hear a source of water ahead of you. And you also hear voices. You can't discern the voice, but you can hear voices ahead of you. How would you want to proceed?
He's as much as he wants to just plow ahead because he's like, oh look, it's probably them. He can't take the risk that
It's not.
it's not. Exactly. So he like halts and crouches
Okay.
and like goes up to like a tree or something so he can like down and peek.
All right. If you're gonna do the crouching, I would need you to roll stealth.
Okay. 10 plus. Where the fuck? 12.
Hmm.
Okay. You did not beat my roll.
That's okay.
No, that determined how things were gonna go. I need Corey to roll a perception.
Oh boy, okay.
Either gonna be. What was that?
I have dice for Corey that I keep here, but I'm not sure where the box is, so I'm just grabbing my other dice up.
Oh, okay.
That is a dirty 20.
Ooh. Corey, as you, Elric, and Hyacinth are watching the Moogles take keys back to town, you suddenly hear a movement coming from the woods nearby.
Okay.
You don't know what it is, but you could have been a twig snapping, someone walking on leaves, but you do hear movement off nearby you guys.
Anybody else hear that?
I'm
Hear what?
afraid not.
There's something out that way.
Is it the bear?
I don't know.
Well, we need to find it so then we can fix it. So I'm gonna. How does this stuff even work? Do we just make the bear eat it?
I mean, as far as I know.
Yeah, would I know? Because apparently I knew that's how you could make it. Would I know how you give it to the bear?
You
roll
have to smoke it.
Yeah, you need to have the bear smoke a bong.
Have the bear take a dab.
I'm just picturing the clip from Vox Machina season 2 where Trinket's fucking stoned with Keyleth.
Yes.
For any of you three, you can roll a survival. See which of the three of you would know.
Can I roll a wisdom since I don't have survival?
And you
Or a
can roll-
knowledge nature?
You can use
Yeah,
survival.
so you can do knowledge nature.
Hey. My broken stats. It's gonna be an
Why-
18.
Why is that my nat 20?
Wait, was that really a nat 20 for you?
Yes.
It's because you're a farm boy. That's why. The game was like, oh, he wants to be a farmer. Okay, fuck yeah. We're making him a farmer's son.
Farmer's daughter.
First daughter.
I grew up on country. You knew where that came from.
Yes.
Yeah, you got a nat 20. You had a what, 18?
18. And knowledge nature.
Okay, and what did you get, Corey, if you rolled?
And 18 for survival.
Okay, so the three of you would know that, yeah, you have to just get it to swallow the Geshel greens.
Alright. So this is gonna be Corey, basically.
It's literally going to be a case of give the dog its pill without knowing you're giving a dog its pill.
Put it in, blow its nose.
But
Oh,
yeah,
boy.
Be interesting.
gonna be fucking hilarious.
Not the combat you expected,
Nope, not at all what I expect this
but
to
the
do.
combat you deserve.
So yeah, you know how to do it, but you also know that there's something nearby, and you don't know if it's the bears. So how do you proceed with the fact that you guys know there's something nearby?
Hyacinth is going to pull out their short bow,
Okay.
and not knowing whether it's friend or foe, they're going to load a whistling arrow, and they are going to they're going to look to Corey. It's like, which direction did you hear the thing?
I will point it out to her.
Hyacinth is going to bow and arrow ready, and but go slightly to the right of where Corey heard the sound,
Mm-hmm.
and generally aim for like a clearing between like trees and shit.
Okay. So you want to get like in the actual brush and everything?
Yes.
Okay. You want to
Just
you want to remind me again what the the effect of a whistling arrow is, so I don't have to go opening up like 1,000 more tabs.
It didn't say anything whenever you had given them to me. It was just an option, but I imagine that they just make sound whenever they fly through the air.
Yeah, it sounds like
Hold
a
on.
distraction kind of thing, I assume.
I don't think they do damage.
Like a regular arrow, except for the head. It's a large cylindrical piece of wood. Phrase. With grooves to produce a whistle that flies. Ambushers can use it to draw enemies at location. Oh! Should be interesting.
Does it do damage?
It can. Well, I mean, it does damage if it hits, but there is an added bonus to it.
Okay.
You need
So yes,
you
I
do,
would like
you do need to roll an attack still because you are technically attacking.
It's fine.
And I also want Del to roll a d20.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
He's scared. Ah!
Del falls out of a tree. What the fuck?
I got it too.
You got a
14.
2?
Oh God.
Why are you rolling 2s?
Oh no.
Oh no.
I don't know.
Tells gonna
The
come
dice
out of the
decided this would be
woods like
funny.
this.
What did you roll, Hyacinth?
14.
Del, what's your AC?
13.
Oh god.
Del, you take 1d6 of sonic damage.
No.
Sonic
Sonic
damage?
damage.
It's the
Do
sound.
I roll
It's
that,
the
or-
sound wave of it going through the ground, air, and going close to him. It's an ambush. It's gonna be a sonic, high pitched sound.
I'm
Accidentally.
so sorry.
Hilarious.
Do I roll that or do you roll that?
Hyacinth rolls damage.
This is
2
yeah.
points.
Okay.
2,
Not
okay.
much, thankfully.
Points.
So
That's some of the first damage I've taken.
I love how it's friendly fire.
That's fucking funny is what that is.
So for the scene, Corey points where to aim. Hyacinth fires. Del, you're crouching as you described, and the best way I can describe this is, you know how tinnitus works?
Yeah.
Imagine that cranked to 11. 5 feet from your
Oh,
ankle.
I hate it.
Like, you just see this arrow hit the ground, and as it hits, the sound follows the arrow and catches up to it, and then you just hear that ear-piercing, high-pitched tone reverberating through your ear canal, and you're just like, oh, fuck. And
Amazing.
and the other 3 have no idea yet that
I
it's
think,
you,
honestly-
but they do hear that something was affected by it because, duh.
And Hyacinth's just gonna turn to Elric and Corey and say, actually know what these arrows do? They're supposed to whistle. Did you hear a whistle?
I didn't, but
I
whatever's
hear.
out there might have.
Did not hear a thing.
Oh, I still can't believe the first damage Del took was friendly fire.
That's fucking funny.
I'm sorry.
Welcome back, Del.
Uh,
It's not peer pressure, it's just your turn. Oh, jeez. How does Del react to the sudden ambush?
I think honestly, because it's been a long day and he doesn't know what the hell is going on, he's probably going to do what would normally be the absolute worst thing to do.
Oh, God.
But he's just gonna like clap his hands over his ears and be like, oh, ah.
it's still close enough for us to hear that.
Yeah, it's about like... It's an arrow's range, so yeah, you can probably definitely hear something.
Okay, we wouldn't be able to make out that it's Del. necessarily.
No, we just hit something.
I would say... What's the range on the arrow?
The range of my short bow
Yeah,
is
what I meant,
60
sorry.
feet.
No, actually, no, 60 feet you could hear. You could hear clearly. I forgot how much 60 feet is. No, you could hear that.
So we can just hear that it's something, or that it's
No,
Del?
you can hear enough that it's Del. You know Del's voice well enough.
Oh, Elric's gonna go sprinting.
Yeah, same. After going, oh shit, first.
Yeah, yeah.
Hyacinth's gonna follow and then just be confused.
Just run up. I'm gonna freaking bear hug Del.
For the record, you find Del like clasping their ears, probably huddled in a corner. Like, what did I do?
And then once he loudly like sees that it's Elric, just be like very loudly, so because he needs to hear it himself, just Elric, it's you! Where did you get the weird arrows?
I'm gonna just run in, bear hug Del, and then kind of like awkwardly, like after like spinning around for a second, to be like, "Oh, are you okay?" Put him down.
I think I will be. It'll fade soon.
Insert the mop.
Oops.
But I feel like Hyacinth's hiding her bow. I mean, their bow. Like, it wasn't me.
Hyacinth just like looks at their short bow and then looks at Del, and they just look very sad. And then they realize that that Del's right there. Del's not gone anymore. And so they're gonna like pull out Del's cloak that they kept in the bundle, like with their arrows, the bag of holding, basically.
Yeah.
And they're just gonna wrap Dell in his cloak and hug him.
Oh,
And how does Corey
Yeah, he
respond?
totally. I'm just like,
What is Corey gonna do once everyone else has been
Seeing
done
that
hugging?
he's already been swung around once, she's just going to kind of crouch down and take their shoulders and be like, "Where have you been?"
I got kidnapped, by some people that my maker sent. Apparently,
We'll say at this point, Dell's voice is slowly returning to normal.
yeah.
But for flavor, one eye just keeps twitching as the voice gets back to normal, as if it's like, nope, not yet, still ringing.
Equalizing.
Stabilizing, please stand by.
Equalizing pressure.
Ugh. Damn it. This was not how I expected that to go down. But anyway.
It's fine. It's funny.
Oh, it's perfect. I love it. This is actually an amazing turn of events. Also, Del, as you look around, the dancing lights you've been following have vanished completely.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, and he's just gonna give like a rundown of like what the fuck happened.
I need you three to roll an intelligence.
Oh god.
Huh?
No, actually, no, wait, no. Wisdom. I need all three of you to roll wisdom.
Oh god.
okay, it's slightly better.
To see how much of what Del transfers actually, like, makes any sense.
18.
13.
Oh.
How much?
Is that, I'm trying to do math.
Oh, I think you said 8. I'm like, what?
No, not that.
I was like, Corey, no.
That's it. Oh, it's up there. 19.
Okay, all three of you passed. Okay. All three of you able to keep up with Del. The rundown is clearly jumbled, I would say. In Del's case, because he's running down, like, what, 2 weeks of worth of information.
I mean, yeah. But although to be fair, a lot of the 2 weeks was just watched what they did and when they did it and made note.
I would say most of the confusing parts would have been the being knocked out in the beginning,
Yeah.
the Fae, if you go on to that.
Oh yeah, no, he includes that because
Okay.
he feels like that's big information.
Okay, so yeah, the Fae part really throws them for a loop, but they're able to keep up. And finally, the dancing lights is probably the weirdest thing, only because, like, wait, you followed what now? You followed...
Yeah. Nothing bad ever happened from following a random phase like brightly lit shit into the forest, right?
Does Hyacinth have any knowledge of the Fae? Just like from bunny cult nonsense.
I would say either a history, if you got it.
I got history.
Okay, then you can roll a history. I was going to say either history or arcana, because, you know.
I don't have arcana.
Spooky face shit.
I don't have any knowledge that would help.
I say, don't you have... Wait, don't you have
Probably
religion?
don't.
I have religion, but
Yeah, they are, like, you know...
Deities, technically, in their own right.
They are
Okay.
pseudo-deities.
can I roll 2?
Yeah, you can...
I got a 16 for knowledge history.
That's a 1.
You got a 1?
Oh my god.
I'm gonna roll today.
Did you really just get a
Hey,
nat
I got
1?
a 4.
Wait, was it a nat 1 or a dirty 1?
A nat 1.
Oh.
Elric,
that
you are still trying to comprehend the idea of a floating elf that helped Del this much with the floating lights, the heat metal, the sleep spell. You're just like, what the fuck did you say? Like,
A
you're
lot of magic shit.
probably the thing that threw you off the most was when Del said, "Oh yeah, apparently in one timeline, Hyacinth has a bunny cult," and you're just looking like, what? Like that moment of like, wait, does that mean we have the good hyacinth or the bad hyacinth? Wait, which one? Oh shit.
Oh no.
You're just having a mental breakdown of like timelines? What?
Physics.
Hyacinth, you have an idea of you have an understanding of the Fae, yes. You've never heard of Vinith, but the idea of a trickster Fae isn't shocking to you.
Does Hyacinth know the typical, like, don't offer anything to a Fae and don't welcome them into your home?
You know, we'll say that the Vira have a different way of understanding them than everyone else. So I will let you flavor how you believe the Vira would understand the Fae. Like what their customs would be.
Hyacinth is just going to wrap Dell up in a hug and then look around and just going to like look at the trees and just say, it's like, this one is mine. You cannot keep them.
The trees do not respond. Just letting you know. I need to stress that the trees don't care.
Okay, well, that was a lot to take in at once.
We're looking for
I'm
a
glad
bear.
you're okay. We're looking for a bear.
Are you okay? I'm sorry I shot you.
I'm so much better now than I've been for the past 2 weeks. It's
Did they
okay.
feed you?
I mean, yeah. Food's weird for me, you know.
We're gonna get you so much fizzy water when
but-
we get back to town.
Okay. But yeah, I'm okay. There was just that came to a head all of a sudden, and I'm glad that I'm out and met a new person and everything. But I don't ever want to get kidnapped like that again. I still have to pretend if they come back after me, but I can like snap out of it quicker. Maybe we can set up like a code word or something that I can message to one of you. Which I'm being kidnapped.
Pineapple juice.
Pineapple juice?
Hourglass?
Oh, some kind of random word.
I mean, pineapple juice is fine. As long as you all know that it means I'm being actively kidnapped, please come find me.
Yes.
Yes. Should definitely
Okay.
be something that you would not say in normal conversation.
For the record, my safe word's antiquing. Little Futurama joke. So yeah, you guys are reunited.
Uh-huh.
Dell is a little overwhelmed, but recovering from the tinnitus. We'll say, for the sake of brevity, filling in Dell about the bear and everything
And the
else.
shady thing that's following the bear.
Yeah. You're also doing. I would make the assumption you guys are doing it while walking, so you guys aren't just chilling in the middle of the woods doing nothing.
Uh-huh.
We'll say. Let's see how long it takes you guys, because it is a big open forest.
Can I use some kind of nature ability to try to help us track this bear?
You could. Would you like to do a survival, or would you like to do a knowledge nature?
Knowledge nature, because I don't have survival.
Okay. I love how the one person who would have survival doesn't.
No.
Nah.
That's gonna be a 24.
24?
24.
Okay, then combined with what I rolled, yeah, this would be no problem. You guys actually, as you're walking and talking, you return to the lake you guys found before. With the little small pond lake, whatever you want to call it. And drinking from the lake is the bear.
Bear!
That was surprisingly easy.
For the record,
Okay.
as you see it, it looks up and sees you. Because you guys are talking.
I'm going
Well,
to stay very still.
yeah, I would like. I kind of wanted like during the whole conversation with like telling Dell what's going on while we're finding the bear. Want to ask Dell if anywhere in his abilities he has something that could either distract or like disable an animal, like put them to sleep or something like that? Anything?
Does Del
Let me
have any
check.
spells?
Let me check. I don't know.
Because I have no idea what Del's really capable of.
A giant holographic screen of Del's abilities pops up, and he starts searching. Del version of Google. Can I put things to sleep?
If it makes it easier, I will say that like since Hyacinth has the orb and Hyacinth has like their stuff on them, like they would have like Dell's essentials on them.
I was under the assumption you gave Del everything back during the whole like.
Oh,
here's
yeah,
your
that works
cloak.
too.
Here's your
That
cloak.
works too.
Here's your staff.
Yeah,
Here's all my love and affection because you've been gone.
Yes. Here's also the orb.
Take it back. It's giving me weird nightmare visions.
Does the orb make the pairing device sound?
You know what? Let's find out.
Blink.
All of you guess high or low.
Hi.
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 Upon touching Del's hand, you hear a very low humming noise coming from the orb, and then it just settles and fades.
And Hyacinth just says, "Aw, it likes you. It's purring."
It's perfect. I don't think I have anything good that would like actually distract. Yeah, sorry.
I'm sure I'll be fine.
Maybe next level.
Probably.
All right, so the bear is staring at you guys. You guys are staring at the bear. How does this?
How big is this bear compared to me?
It's about
Bigger than you.
It's a 9 to 10 foot tall on its hind legs bear.
Okay, so that is much taller than me.
This is a very sturdy bear too. It's not like one of those like scrawny ones. It is very big.
So grizzly as opposed to black bear.
Yeah. This one's just on drugs.
Cocaine bear.
Cocaine bear. I seriously want to watch that movie.
Do bears like to eat such meat?
They like fish. They like berries. They like honey. And I mean that in the capacity of like actual bears, not Winnie the Pooh. I think they just eat a bit of anything. Like they're pretty omnivorous.
Yeah, they're omnivores.
Yeah.
And especially when they enter hyperphagia during like the lead up to hibernation, they will literally eat anything.
Fun fact, apparently they like grain and insects.
Huh.
That makes sense. Easy carbohydrates and protein.
Terrifying thought. Bears like to hunt moose.
Oh, that's terrifying.
I'm sorry, but moose are huge. Bear is just big.
Bear's like, I don't care.
Talk about
That's a
fighting
battle I would like to see.
Talk about punching.
Much like the honey badger, the bear don't give a fuck.
Bear's like, oh, so you're twice my size. What the fuck are you gonna do about it?
Hyacinth is just going to crouch down, do
Okay.
the lick, and they're going to wave at the bear.
Ori is standing on the balls of her feet, waiting.
And they are just going to say, very gently, "Hello, we are here to help you."
Elric and Del, what are you two doing as Hyacinth tries to break bread with the bear?
The bear's probably not gonna care considering it's all drugged up. But just kind of go along with Hyacinth and like I guess try to not be too threatening to the bear, try to like calm it if I can.
Del?
Yeah, just kind of look small and non-threatening. Not difficult.
I don't know if handle animal will help with anything, but I have that.
You definitely can use that.
Okay.
I have that.
It would be a charisma skill, I think.
It is a charisma skill, yes. And I have
I
it.
don't I could roll for it, but I mean,
Eh,
I don't have it.
I mean, if Elric has it, you guys can quote unquote help by not doing anything just like immediately.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, so you
But
can
I'm
roll.
still watching the bear and Hyacinth very closely.
While you do
Thank
the
you.
handle animal, I want Hyacinth to roll charisma.
Okay, handle.
Also, I don't know why, but I'm picturing Dell's non-threatening small thing to be just plops onto their actual feet and kind of like crouches.
17 plus.
I mean, basically,
9,
yeah. And looking
26.
like at the bear's feet and not at the bear's face.
Smart. What was that? 17 plus what?
9, 26.
Okay, 26. What did you get, Hyacinth?
21.
Fuck, the bear is apparently receptive to you both.
So we just need to get the bear to chow down on us, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Can we just kind of leave a, I don't know, a carcass or something it would eat with that stuff on it?
Well, because Hyacinth was able to talk calmly, the bear did not lunge.
Mhm.
Your animal handling would be described as you putting your hand out, and for the lack of a better term, the How to Train Your Dragon thing, slowly navigating
Mhm.
to be like, "Hi, friend, not food." So it's watching you curiously and enough where it's like, I'm letting you near me, but if you fuck up, your hand is going in my mouth.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Hyacinth is going to look. Is there any fish in the lake that we can see?
There's a few trout.
Hyacinth is going to slowly, very slowly, take the trident and try to spear a fish.
Please be careful.
I don't know if I should make you do a sleight of. No, that wouldn't be a sleight of hand. That would actually be a fucking attack.
Against a fish.
Yeah.
Specifically against a fish.
Roll an attack against the fish. Things I never thought I would look up is a stat block for a fish.
19.
I'm going to be honest, if you do not beat whatever the stat block is for a fish, I'm going to be complaining to whoever made Pathfinder.
I feel like fish have a weird stat. I think it's more like a spawn thing. Isn't it like a test of strength for fishing?
Yeah, but you're using a weapon.
I know.
They have a AC of 0.
Jesus.
That makes sense.
I was because it's fantasy. I was expecting to be no, it has an AC of 1 because
Yeah, I figured the scales do something.
no,
Right.
it's just 1. It's an automatic hit. You automatically stab a trout with your trident.
Fantastic. Hyacinth is going to pull it out, take a dagger, put the fish out of its misery.
For the
Very
record,
quickly.
because you did what you did, the bear is now watching you instead of Elric.
Hyacinth is going to behead this fish, put it out of its misery very quickly, humanely.
The fish appreciates your mercy.
And then,
Peter sure as
all
hell
while
doesn't.
thinking about the catfish thing that stole Dell. Vengeance shall be theirs. And they are going to start slowly, very slowly, standing up, putting the trident and the dagger away. And they're going to start to approach the bear very carefully while talking and saying, "I got you food. Are you hungry?"
I don't know why, but this entire time picturing Del being like, I gave up jail for this. I'm gonna die.
Yeah, this is how I meet my end. Here,
I
not in
see.
jail.
Right.
Ori is holding her breath, waiting.
No, Dell's like, that time god wasn't fucking around when they said they don't like time being fucked with. I'm gonna die by a bear with my friends. At least I'm with my friends. I'm gonna die. Fuck that Fae. The Fae led me to my doom.
Hyacinth still also has the fish head. It's one hand has the fish, like the rest of the fish. The other one has the fish head.
Okay.
And they are going to slowly approach the bear to get a little bit closer.
I'm gonna have to have you roll a
The charisma.
Yeah, to see if you can keep that soothing presence. Because it just watched you catch a fish with your trident, and so it's like, okay,
Natural 20.
Oh,
lucky, okay.
oh.
Nice.
I am one with the forest.
Are you a leaf on the wind?
I'm just one with the forest. With modifiers, it's 22.
Okay. Again,
and-
everyone's holding their breath.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
going to sit down within 20 feet of the bear.
Oh, God.
And they are going to hold out the head to the bear of the fish and set it down. Like whatever their arm span is. Hyacinth is like 6 foot, so
You can say you put it like maybe 3 feet in front of you.
cool.
The bear looks from you to Elric, who is the second closest now, then to Corey and Dell before looking back to you. Gets closer. Keeps watching you all, though, every step it takes. And slowly leals down to take the fish head before backing up with it.
Hyacinth is going to pantomime eating the fish.
To see if that understands you. Is there I don't. You don't have linguistics, do you?
I don't think I do.
If you don't,
I do.
You do.
Yes, I do actually.
Speak
I do have
bear.
linguistics.
Roll a linguistics.
Do I speak bear?
Roll a linguistics. See if your pantomime makes sense. Oh my god! I can't believe I'm doing this.
I mean, it's a 14.
With the bear's intelligence, yeah, that does work.
Okay.
Again, I there are stats for a bear. That's why I'm like, oh my god, we're doing this.
Does the bear eat the fish head?
The bear eats the fish head very, very cautiously, but does eat the fish head.
Hyacinth is going to take back out the dagger.
Hold on.
Face.
While it's eating, I need you and Elric to roll a perception.
Oh god.
Because you guys are close enough to it.
What the fuck is me with rolling 17s today?
What's your magic number?
As I said, that's your magic number. Go get a lottery ticket.
17 and then plus 18.
18.
23.
Both of you are able to notice the broken part of an arrow sticking out of its shoulder.
Ah.
Hyacinth is going to take
Surprise, it's actually more due.
out the dagger again and cut off, like, strip more of the fish off of the bone
Mm-hmm.
and toss it to the bear again,
Reading the process.
continuing the process.
Okay. Elric, once you've noticed the arrow that's, like I said, the other part of what Keys had, what are you going to do?
I am just gonna stay close and try to not be too, like, I don't know, scare the bear. Just try to look, calm, but stay close enough that if I need to spring into action, I
Okay.
can,
Same.
and let Hyacinth do their thing.
The bear takes the meat, eats it.
With the last part of it, Hyacinth is going to open up the pouch of glacial greens and, like, dab and season the fish with the glacial green.
Ancestors, is this enough seasoning?
Going to listen to my ancestors until they tell me to stop seasoning.
For the record, because you're trying to do this, you're changing how you're feeding it, so I need you to roll a sleight of hand to see if it notices you doing it or if it's going to ignore you because it's still eating.
Oh, thank God. Hold on. It's going to be a 28. So it's a natural 20 plus 8.
Okay.
Without using any of my, like, special talents
Yeah,
and
no,
nonsense like that.
You're able to do it
Nice.
in the amount of time that the bear is eating the last slice. You're able to coat this slice in the glacial greens without being seen.
And then before the bear finishes completely, to toss the other part of it to the bear.
Okay.
And then just back away slowly.
Just curious, where are you backing up to?
Back towards the group.
Okay. As you back up, it does notice your movement and looks up at you, but sees the food and immediately goes for it and starts eating it.
Hyacinth is going to gently say, We're just here to help you because mean people did awful things in the forest, and I would like to do awful things to them because they hurt you.
Okay.
Because you don't fuck with the forest, or else the forest will fuck back. But
Because
you seem sweet.
as it's eating and as you're talking, I need you to guess high or low.
Oh, God. Low?
You are very lucky the dice like you today.
Oh, thank God.
The glacial greens work immediately. Like, you can see the eyes go from its, like, tense and more adrenaline mode to more of a relaxed, calmer, natural look. Even the ears look more docile. The entire body relaxes. The glacial greens have worked their magic, and it doesn't see you four as a threat anymore. Though, once it does calm down, you notice that its shoulder starts to slump because it now feels the pain of the arrow that's stuck in its shoulder.
But, okay. Would animal handling help in approaching and trying to
Yep.
get that out of the bear?
Because you'd be soothing it and trying to, like,
Okay.
pacify it.
I am going
Use
to
that
try
farm
to-
boy shit.
I'm
Yeah.
going to try to use the farm boy powers.
Hyacinth would like to inspire competence.
There you go.
Uh, inspire competence means that you get a. Hold on, let me scroll real quick so I can find the exact wording for this. I've only ever used it one other time. It was for GFA giving birth to a chocobo.
Still a phrase we're never going to get used to saying.
It's fine.
Because, apparently Hyacinth can only use it whenever animal handling is in play.
Because you guys want a fucking menagerie, that's why.
Yes. We are opening a zoo. A rescue thing.
You're opening a brothel in the zoo next door.
Yes.
Pick up a
Okay.
courtesan and go see the animals. Make it a day thing for the family. God, that'd be so
Make it a
weird.
date. So the ally must be within 30 feet of the bard and able to see and hear the bard.
Which
the ally,
you are.
Ally gets +2 to competence bonus on skill checks with a particular skill as long as he continues to hear the bard's performance.
There you go. So as long as you can hear Hyacinth, you get a +2.
Okay, so I rolled 24, so 26.
Yep. That definitely would pass. You're able to proceed. The bear is passive.
And then I'm just gonna slowly approach, keeping him calm, and try to carefully remove the arrow.
I am curious because, again, technically Hyacinth's giving performance, so I'm assuming that that's helping. What is Elric doing to pacify the bear?
I have no idea.
Like, what, no,
Even-
okay, better yet. What would Elric do to soothe an animal? Does he sing to it? Does he talk to it? What is?
Just keep talking to the bear and like going, shh, it's okay, it's all right. Just trying to look as non-threatening as possible.
The bear first watches Hyacinth because, again, there is a performance going on, but then you start talking, so it's like, oh, okay, what are you doing? You're moving close. Okay. You're not like the ones before. Okay.
Yeah. Just gonna say I'm here to help.
Okay. Once you're close enough, you need to roll a strength to get the arrow out because it's only like maybe 3 inches of the shaft and then the arrowhead.
Okay. And that's a 16 plus 17.
17?
Yeah.
The others notice you struggle at first. And because you have seen the arrows that Hyacinth was given, you remember that they're very, like, serrated. So you know there's going to be a bit of tension, and you're like, okay.
Mhm.
You flex your hand, get a better grip, and not so much pinch the flesh around it, but, like, when you're trying to, not to be too gross, but when you're trying to get, like, acne open, you have to, like, squeeze around it.
Mm-hmm.
You do that to, like, pressurize around and then pull as hard as you can.
Once he pulls it, I cast Regen on the bear. It gives it fast healing too.
Okay.
For for 7 rounds.
Okay. As you're doing that, right as the arrow comes out, all of you hear the bear shout.
Oh.
No.
I know, but you gotta help the bear.
Just so you know, Elric, it shouts in a way that you may take as a, oh shit, I'm gonna die.
Listen, we're gonna help the bear.
I know, I'm just letting you know, like, that's the type of roar it lets out.
I knew the risk.
This is how we all die.
DFA and Moggs are like, guys, they're really gone for a while. Meanwhile, corpses in the woods.
I did say to the bear, this might hurt a little.
It does come out clean. The arrowhead's fully out. You almost immediately see the sparkling. Well, wait, actually, how would Dell's healing magic look?
I've always thought of it as a
Matrix code.
a
A matrix code appears.
No. I've always thought of it as being a more like gold and purple combo because it's technically like a type of divine magic.
Okay.
I don't know. That just feels right to me. Whereas like his standard stuff is normally like a bluey purple.
Okay. So you Elric immediately in the wound. Like ribbons of gold and purple start to like stitch the wound back up. And like a faint twinkling can be heard once it's done.
And just, yeah, it's gonna put the arrow down, kind of back away while still trying to, keep it calm.
You successfully do that, and once you are clear away, the bear sniffs at its wound, looks at all of you, and kind of doesn't know what to do with itself now.
Hyacinth's gonna go up to the bear
Oh, God.
very gently, very slowly,
I was about to say, please
Very
specify
slowly,
how you're
please.
doing this.
Very gently.
very gently, very slowly,
Okay.
and they're going to do the toothless thing, like putting the hand out.
So you said you do not have animal handling?
You do not have animal handling.
Then I'm going to have to make you roll it with disadvantage.
It's fine.
Please don't get your hand bit.
Listen,
Again,
Hyacinth knows
Corey's
the
over
risk.
here like, I swear to God, if anything happens to that bunny, I'm going to kill everything.
Yeah, Corey hasn't really breathed much in the past.
Corey, please roll a
however
constitution.
long. I
Is this
said much. I've been breathing
Okay.
just quietly.
Is it a charisma?
Handle animal is a charisma, yes.
14. 12 plus 2.
Okay, that passed.
It's Corey.
Cool. I'm sitting over here like, do I have anything?
Once you put your hand close enough, it takes what feels like eternity, but it's really like 2 minutes before the bear like nuzzles its head against your hand.
It scritches.
Are you scritching the forehead or are you scritching somewhere else?
The forehead.
Oh, okay. So it just leans into the scritching and lets out a very like content grumble. I don't know what the exact terminology for bear noises are, so if I get them wrong and people get upset, sorry, I don't know bears.
I think it's a grumble. I think they grumble.
Is
Growly, grumble.
Well, because there's growl, there's grumble, there's howl, there's roar. It's like I don't know what some of these would fall under. It makes
I know that bears can roar.
yeah. But this is more one of those content, like best way to describe it, trinket getting attention sounds.
Bears could purr.
Purr would probably be a better term. Yeah, okay. If they can purr, we'll say that, yeah, it's a purring noise. You have fed, healed, and scritched this bear. So this bear sees you as friendly, not threatening. The other three of you can relax.
Hyacinth's just gonna look back and look around and then look at the bear and be like, can I keep him?
Wait, you want to keep a bear, Hyacinth?
Can I keep the bear? Can I keep... I don't want the bear to be hurt by the people here.
What would taming a bear require?
I don't know.
Is the-
I mean, I could just keep feeding him.
I mean, off table.
Off table, it would be like I said, same thing that I had DFA doing, which was the animal handlings.
I'm gonna have to help with that.
Yeah, no, like if they're doing it by themselves, it would be all of them would be at disadvantage. Hyacinth would have to pass 5 animal handlings.
All right.
Listen, we level up eventually. I can put a point in animal handling.
Well, I mean, if you really want to keep a bear, you gotta be sure to feed it, and I will help you to try to tame it.
But like, and if the bear likes us, we can bring the bear into fights with us, and it could fight with Corey.
are bears okay
Yeah, it
on
would be
ship?
really
having
cool.
it would be having like a second Corey, I guess.
To answer
That would
Dell's
be
question,
really
to answer
cool.
Dell's question, I would imagine bears have no fucking clue what a ship is. In terms of
Fair.
like, I don't think bears conceive ocean travel.
Well, how long would it take to try to tame a bear?
You would have to do. They would have to do an animal handling check once per day.
All right, well, might as well attempt the first one and then come back.
Yeah, if you would like to do the first one now, Hyacinth, you can.
Okay.
Again, because Elric is helping you, it's just a flat roll, no modifiers.
Cool.
Okay, could I do it in her stead?
No, because then
Or
you'd
with
be
the
the one
bear?
taming it.
Yeah, but can I just be like, this is, tame a bear and be like, this is your
Nope,
master or
that's
whatever?
Nope.
that's
it would
not-
then become your companion.
Yeah.
Okay,
This,
then yeah.
this
just
is yeah.
sustain
This
them.
is Hyacinth trying to be like, you are bonding with me. You are bonding with me.
Gotcha. All right, I'm assisting then.
Let me adopt you.
Just picture that scene from Scrubs where the shrink was like, Dr. Cox, Dr. Cox, Dr. Cox, trying to remember their names.
I rolled a 13, but I'm using my point of luck that I have as an amateur gambler, and I got a natural 17
Okay.
plus my charisma.
Again, this with no
is-
modifiers because he's canceling out the disadvantage.
Is it not a charisma?
No, it's
What's the-
it's a full on animal handling.
Oh, okay.
That's
Then
what I'm
it's just a 17.
What you said, 17?
17.
Okay, then you passed the first one.
Thank God.
What happens is they start low and they get harder and harder each day.
I have that point of luck,
Keep
so I
using
might
that
just be
luck
using my
every
point of
day.
luck.
Also, if you level up in time, you can be like, fuck, I'm just gonna throw some points into that.
That's my plan. That's my plan.
So you got your first one down, you just mark down somewhere you have to do 4 more.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just have to come back and visit the bear every day.
Oh no, you can take the bear with you.
What?
Yeah, you can take
Yep.
it with you. It just
Okay.
it doesn't become a companion until 5 checks.
Until you hit the
Oh,
5
alright.
checks.
At the moment, the bear, if anything, sees Hyacinth as a source of food. So arguably,
works.
Hyacinth can just bribe it with food every day to have it follow her around. She
That
can't.
works,
She
yeah.
can't use it in battle or give it any kind of like stats until it's been companionized.
It's like Agamedes, how Agamedes couldn't really do anything because
Mhm.
There was
he
no.
was a
yeah.
baby.
Now that it's been, now Agamedes has a character sheet. Once Hyacinth does the same thing, that can happen too. So now Dell's gonna be like, great, I have a bear near me.
And
Hmm.
just remind me to help you. each
It
day.
would be an everyday thing. Like every
Yeah.
morning, you're gonna feel like, okay, Hyacinth, let's go. Talk to the bear.
And then Hyacinth is going to just keep petting the bear and ask, it's like, who hurt you? You're so sweet.
It doesn't understand what you're saying, but it's responding in kind.
I will murder whoever hurt you.
The bear nuzzles you, trying to get more scritches because you stopped.
Hyacinth will keep scritching the bear. They are going to also look around their surroundings
What are you looking for?
because whatever that thing was that was following it before,
Oh, you're looking to see if the cloaky thing is still there.
the weird shimmering.
Are you okay? Yeah, just roll a perception then.
It's not as good as I hoped, but that's fine.
Glad you used that luck point.
Listen, it was a good fucking use of that luck point. Sorry, I had to scroll. 14?
14.
14?
You don't see anything.
All right. Can't see through the veil like Mongzio.
Either A, it's not there, or you're just not noticing it.
Okay. And Hyacinth's gonna look at the bear and be like, whatever was following you before, I don't think it's following you now. And they're gonna look towards the party. But what do we do now? We try to find.
Should we wait a few days to put it on the ship?
Well, we know that Adeline. We know that this Adelaide person is trying to do something bad. And they have the thing that's been killing people, I guess?
That was back in town, just in case you forgot.
Yeah.
Okay, so we need to deal with this person first.
Sounds like it.
I think so.
Sounds like you guys gotta head back to town.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. For brevity's sake.
Do
After
we take the bear?
I would
don't
like
think
to
the
take the
bear would-
bear.
I don't think the bear should come to town with us.
It takes a bit of coaxing, but the bear eventually does follow Hyacinth and kind of like keeps very close to her, but also enough where it's like, you have food still, yes?
Hyacinth would have gone and caught like at least 2 more fish
Okay.
for the bear. And if the bear seems like it's hungry, or if it needs to slow down, or if it needs like a drink of water or something, like they're going to try to be attentive to that.
Fair enough.
Kind of like when you get a new puppy.
Yeah, I get that. While you guys are walking, Del,
Yay.
as you guys are walking, you know, you're doing the thing of like looking around and all that as you do. At some point, you swear you see from under the tree line a familiar figure waving at you before vanishing into the trees.
He definitely waves back, even though there's probably not anyone there anymore. This is fine.
And I will leave up to you if it's a subtle wave or like you're just waving overtly for it to be noticed.
Nah, he's just sort of like, oh hey, and like, sorry, that's what his face does, and then just does like a really quick, vigorous like wave, 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 and then keeps going.
Adorable.
This boy does not really know how to do subtle very well.
I will leave it up to the party if they notice Del waving.
Hyacinth is apologizing to Corey that she hasn't gotten to fight anything in a while.
It's fine.
Aw.
I'm just glad I didn't have to fight a bear tonight.
And yes, I really thought you were going to have to.
A little worried about that myself.
If it makes you
That
feel,
would have been.
if it makes everyone feel a little bit better, the bear had like mostly strength for his stat, so Corey, you would have been competing with strength.
Probably would have been okay, maybe. Probably.
Mm-hmm.
So like it would have been like, who? What have I done today? Oh, I arm wrestled the bear. I did what?
You could probably still arm wrestle the bear.
That's later.
It just won't eat me, hopefully.
We'll just teach the bear how to arm wrestle.
Also, I forget. Did you say you went? What was the stat you picked for the bear, so I can send you its stats?
I think I picked the charisma one.
Okay, that's what I thought you said. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Because I remember if it was Dex and charisma or strength and wisdom. I think.
I think I picked. No, I would have. Yeah, I picked. I think it was charisma.
Okay,
Is the
yeah,
one I
okay.
was looking at.
Okay, then I will send you its stats, just so you have an idea of what you're working with.
Mm-hmm.
Boop a doop.
Is there a way to the port where we have the ship that doesn't go through town?
Nope. You got to go right. Through,
Okay.
You have to go through town.
We're gonna take a bear through town, apparently.
When you guys do get back,
Why not?
We'll say it's like getting close to the night. Because you guys did leave during the early day. You guys caught up with Dale. Took like a few hours. It's about like evening when you guys get back. The guards you bribed with the sweets immediately jump upon seeing the bear.
Hyacinth is going to wave at them and say, "This is part of the test run that I am doing. Do not shoot the bear."
Roll a bluff. I can't believe you're actually going to keep this lie up.
Fuck yeah, I'm gonna keep this lie up.
Dell's like, what the fuck are you talking about, test?
Right, he's just sort of like he's like nodding and looking very like official because he's like, maybe that's what the lie is, but he's not saying anything to contradict it.
It's going to be a 22.
Okay, yeah, that definitely works. They're all terrified of it still, but they don't attack immediately. They all give you a wide berth. One of them even going, "Didn't you leave with 2 others? I vaguely remember you had 2 other people with you."
Are you supposed to ask questions about the tests I'm running?
No, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am. Quickly goes into attention and like is afraid they're in trouble just because you snap back like that. And immediately the bear starts like starts pawing at them, not aggressively, but like curiously, like what are you guys?
And then Hyacinth is going to sweeten the deal and just say, it's like, so what pastries am I bringing you tomorrow?
Oh wait, you're bringing you. You don't have to do that, ma'am. Sorry, no. You know, that would be appreciated. We don't want to assume we're in. No. What kind were you offering?
I was going to go to the same place again.
You hear one from
I didn't know if you had a preference because I just kind of got a baker's dozen last time, but there's 1, 2, how many people were there? There's 4.
Yep, 4. Same 4 from this morning.
But there's 4 of you, so I'll just get like an extra number, so then they go even. So if you have like allergies or a preference, then like I can do that.
They're allergic to bullshit. You hear from one of the towers.
Well, you shouldn't go sniffing a bull's shit.
Game respects game. That was good. That was good.
Do you want pastries or not?
You just like hear grumbling of like, "Nyeh." Then like a very reluctant affirmative.
This is what happens when you don't maintain your sugar levels. You get grumpy.
Aren't you when you're hungry?
Eat a Snickers.
Yes.
The 4 of them eventually do calm down and still nervously let you go back into town. And the more nervous of the 4 thanks you again for the pastries from this morning and tries again to assure that you don't have to provide them with more, but they will gladly appreciate anything you give. But they don't want to feel entitled.
It's
But as they go, you can hear one of them say, "Was that the bear we heard about that's been like pissing everything off in the woods, or is that something else?" But you don't hear the conclusion of the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So where do you guys go specifically? Do you head back to the ship, or do you head to like the tavern?
Think the ship to go meet up with
Seems
everyone
like
else.
Okay, no, I figured I'd ask
the
you
best option.
because you guys were at the tavern before. That's why I wasn't sure if you were to stop on your way.
Where are we on time? Like IRL.
This is the wrapping up period. That's why I was like,
Okay.
That's why I was asking where you want to leave off.
Oh, I was going to say that we can go to the ship because then we can just start back up with DFA and Moxio.
Okay. So yeah, for sake of brevity, you guys make it back to the ship. Quite a few people in town startled by the bear. Though, to balance it out, a lot of kids think it's fucking cool. A bunch of them like running up and asking if they could pet the bear. Some of them asking if they can get a piggyback ride on the bear. You know, the typical kid reaction to seeing a bear in the middle of fucking town.
I got a bunch of those random gemstones, didn't I?
You did. You have I think
I'm
you
going
have
to
a bag of 50.
hand them out to the kids that we pass.
They gladly take them.
Like, as long as the kids are friendly to the bear, I reward them with a gemstone from the magic shop.
Let's see how many of them are friendly then. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. During all this, does Dell or the others have any like things they want to role play before while Hyacinth's entertaining children?
Oh no, I'm just keeping an eye on the bear. Make sure it
I
doesn't.
think he's just enjoying being back around people. and like able to freely move around. He's just vibing, man.
You 6 kids are behaved and they receive gems from you. So you can say he's lost 6 gems. Corey, the bear is behaving. A little overwhelmed by the children, but like it behaves because you guys are calm, so it's assuming, okay, I'm not in trouble or in danger. Though there,
Not at all.
once the kids disperse, the bear does kind of like shuffle between all of you to be like, too much socializing.
Oh.
You guys took a perfectly good bear and gave it social anxiety. Congrats.
Oh.
No big fan. Nothing.
Del, you're able to, as you said, vibe, just enjoying the, oh god, it's a civilization again.
Basically.
And Elric, while this is all going on, one of the guards comes to you and says, is that bear safe?
Oh yeah, completely. No worries.
Roll a bluff.
You gotta be a bluff.
Can I have some help?
You can help. But
Okay.
it just gives you
I
advantage.
probably don't need it. I got an 18 plus 5.
Even better.
Then yeah,
Nice.
it's convincing.
Yeah.
The guy's just like, just make sure it doesn't, get out of control. We'd like to keep this place safe,
Well, no worries. We got our eyes on it, if anything. I mean, look at that one. She hasn't kept her eyes off of him at all. Points to Corey.
I will just grin savagely while not looking at them and looking at the bear.
The guard immediately like tenses up and is like, okay, just if the bear gets out of control, we will have to do something about it. I don't want to, cause problems.
Understood.
Are you staying in one of the taverns, or are you just passing through?
Yeah. Are we staying at?
No, he's just asking because like he needs to know where the bear's gonna be.
I think we're just passing through.
All right,
Have our own accommodations.
very good. Didn't need to find out later that some tavern became an entire riot because a bear got inside.
Oh yeah, it'll be fine.
Very good, very good. Carry on, and then he kind of walks off, turning back every so often to make sure you guys are just on the up and up.
I don't know about that, but
For him, on the up and up. He's looking at a Roegadyn, a Vita, for all intents and purposes, a Hume, and a half-elving with a bear. To him, he's like, the zoo's not in town. What the fuck?
Wait until you see the 2 Moogles with a chocobo.
That's my point. For all he knows, like, something's up, but he's like, I wasn't told anything's going on. So I'm just gonna hope this is okay.
totally fine.
Once you guys get back to the ship, Rowan and Victoria are there to greet you guys and immediately react jubilantly to Dell's return. Victoria rushing down the gangplank and actually nearly tackling Dell over.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, hello.
We were so worried about you. Where did you go? What happened? Are you okay? Oh my god, you're floating. Has he
I-
always floated?
I just kind of do that. I got kidnapped. I'm back now. Everything's okay.
Looks immediately at Elric. You let him get kidnapped?
There wasn't a let thing about it here.
It was literally 1 second he was there, the next he wasn't.
Gets really close to Elric and puts like a finger in his face. You're a knight. You gotta make sure all of us are safe. You know that, right?
Yeah, I'll pay more attention next time.
Better.
There won't be a next time.
That didn't have right, exactly. Or there won't be any healing for you if you get hurt.
Or
And she, like, in a huff, runs back up the gangplank.
Jesus.
it wasn't your fault.
Rowan kind of like hopples down and just notices all of you and goes, Captain said you guys would be back. Something about a bear.
Yep.
Didn't know you were bringing it back.
We didn't either.
Ah,
He's a friend in progress.
looks at all of you. Focus on Hyacinth. It was you who won, wasn't it?
What? What did I do?
He points to the bear. It reeks of a forest person's love and affection.
I don't know if that's racist or not.
No offense meant. More of a. All of the people like you that I've met have been very keen on protecting wildlife.
Well, yeah, you don't fuck with the forest.
Thank you for proving my point. The captain has talked with Sir Anthony and brought Master Keys back safe and sound. Victoria was able to finish healing him. The captain and Ms. Diafe have adjourned to bed. It is a long day for them both, I guess. Would you be needing dinner for the evening, or are you all heading to bed as well?
We should probably eat food and then go to bed.
Been a long day. Definitely need some food and rest.
Very good. There is some stuff in the mess. Also, walks past all of you, puts his hand on Dell. Good to have you back, sir. We
Thanks.
were very worried.
Yeah.
Without you, your friends were a little dubious.
It was fine.
Listen, we only kidnapped one person.
We didn't kidnap anybody. She came willingly.
She volunteered to be kidnapped.
At that
This is
point,
true.
Rowan's like, I'll let them fill you in, if they haven't already. And just walks off, throwing you three under the bus entirely.
What?
She volunteered.
It was. Yeah.
I'm gonna look a little.
Volunteer kidnapping.
Madison's gonna look a little confused and just look at Corey and Elric and Dell and say, "Are they gonna say that I kidnapped a bear now?"
I mean, maybe, but
And Hyacinth's gonna look at the bear. Did I kidnap you, or did you come willingly?
Shrugs.
See?
still clear interpretation.
Also, off table, I forget. Did you guys bring the bring her with you, or did you leave her on Scione? I forget.
I think we gave her the option of if she wanted to come with us, she could.
That's what I
Because
think.
if she wanted to travel,
Yeah,
or
I think
not.
she stayed in Scione. Though,
That's
right?
what I thought. Okay.
Yeah.
For the meantime, we'll say that. I'll check later, and we'll come back to that later.
No.
But yes, Dell, you did get a gist of apparently in your absence, someone may have been kidnapped.
May have been.
Well, because you got discerning like contradictory statements of it was willing, it was a volunteer, it wasn't a kidnapping. But whereas Rowan's like, no, they took somebody. But you guys all get back on the ship. Hyacinth, where do you bring the bear?
Will the bear fit in Hyacinth's quarters
Snugly.
snugly? They're going to move whatever furniture they can that they deem to be unnecessary out of the room.
I'll say after recruiting reluctantly 83N in Rowan, you're able to move a few things out to give the bear more space.
Mm-hmm. So where it's basically just like the bed. In the
Okay,
room.
so you got rid of the bookshelf, the desk. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. It's all just kind of in the hallway.
During this whole thing, 83N is like, this ship is becoming a very, very crowded ship very quickly. You know that, sir. And Rowan just is just like, they're paying the bills, so we don't care. The bear does, for the most part, adjust to being on a still ship. No idea how it's going to react to when it's out at sea. But it does kind of nuzzle in the corner and just kind of plump and pass out.
Nice. It's going to cover it with a blanket, put the rest of the fish by it, and then go eat food
Okay.
with people.
Again, we're doing this for brevity's sake. Del, what do you do once you're back on the ship and like in your room again? It's been 2 weeks.
He's going to, yeah. I think it's probably this exact moment when it kind of hits him, like everything that he's been through for the 2 weeks. And I think he kind of like looks at the door, breathes deep, checks the lock just in case. And I think he just goes to his cot or whatever the hell it is. I don't know if it's cot or hammock.
No,
He'll just
it'd actually be a bed.
Okay. So yeah, goes over to the bed and just kind of like sits down and then just kind of curls up on his side and is just kind of breathing, and his eyes are just like empty for a bit while he's just processing.
Oh, the poor trauma.
Processing in progress.
Therapist emailed.
24%.
All right.
Yeah.
Does he stay in there long, or is he just like it's a brief thing, then he goes return to the others?
I think he lets them know that he's gonna go like to sleep so that he
Okay.
can sleep properly for the first time in a while. I think that's where he's gonna be the rest of the night.
Okay.
And he's also like curled himself back around the orb now that he knows it's even more important. It's just like, oh, okay, all right, this is fine.
Totally not having a mental breakdown. Totally fine. Totally fine.
Totally fine. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Stares at the orb. Why didn't you tell me? Okay. Elric, what do you do now that you're back on board?
Hungry.
So you're just gonna go straight to the mess?
Straight to mess.
Okay. Corey, what about you?
Definitely gonna go eat too.
I'm only asking because it's a habit with you. Does Corey drink tonight, or is it gonna be just stuffing face?
Oh, probably a little bit. There's a bear.
There's a bear. I need booze.
He's not quite over the is this thing going to eat them or not?
Sleeping. Nice. It's room.
We'll say, just for brevity, roll 2 Constitution on how the booze affects Corey tonight.
Is a dirty 20.
Your adrenaline's pumping enough where the booze doesn't get you, like, out of your state of heightened awareness.
What I was afraid of.
Well, more like you don't become so drunk that you, like, lose your edge. You're still like, okay, I'm aware of what's going on. The bear is down the hall. I'm
I'm
relaxed.
aware of the bear.
I'm relaxed, but not drunk, but aware of the bear.
I feel like
Over
Corey's, like,
there.
just not gonna sleep. Just gonna be wide eyed looking at her door.
I feel like Hyson's gonna
Ready
wake up
to
to
go.
Corey just standing at the door, like, hasn't moved.
Okay.
But no, all in all, the night goes well. You guys eat, are well fed. The revelation of there being a traitor amongst Antony's people, and the fact that the traitor that attacked Keys was heading with whatever the invisible creature that they had with them was towards the waterways underneath the city that would lead to a storehouse where all the children of the old sea keep their... Keys didn't mention what, but they keep something down there important. Mogzio and DFA had gone to bed early, so you don't know what was said beyond that. You also know that Del is back safely. Safely being the E word. You all know that there's now a Fae out there who is aware of you. And Del knows that there are 2 divine artifacts on the ship. And that's going to be probably something that takes away a good chunk of good sleep.
Yeah, he'll bring that up tomorrow.
That's future Del's problem.
Yeah.
With that, though, I would say they have a, as best they can, long rest. Del, you can replenish those 2 HP points you lost. And this is where we will end tonight's session. And the last session of the year.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I congratulate everyone for putting up with me for the past 30 sessions. I also appreciate all 6 of you playing this long. Like, this is the longest campaign I've ran so far. So, dear God, it's terrifying at this point. Hopefully next year we will continue this as far as we can, and it'll be just as fun, if not more fun. I want to thank you guys for playing, and all of you guys at home for watching.
Thank you for being the DM.
Thank you for being the
Yes,
DM
thank you.
and
This
dealing
is
with our
fun.
chaos.
Yeah, I feel like this. I feel like this doesn't go the way you think it's going to go most of the time.
It really doesn't. I cannot stress enough how much I plan for one thing, and you guys are like, we see the plan off ramp. We're not going to do it, though.
Yeah.
I'm flattered that you think I see the plan.
No,
Right.
you guys are literally that meme of the car, like, spinning onto the off ramp.
So, since we also talked to Anthony and Keys, do we get paid?
For all you know, technically speaking, Moxio may have gotten the pay from Anthony already.
Okay.
So that could be tomorrow's. Well, tomorrow's.
Well, we found Anthony, but we didn't. There
We
was
found
something else,
Keys.
right?
Anthony was who hired you.
I mean Keys, yeah. I
We
mean
found
Keys. We
Keys,
found
and-
Keys, but
and
we're
you did
supposed to.
and you did secure the safe house because there was
Okay.
no threat. So you did follow the plan. It's just a matter of, did Anthony pay you yet or not, because you weren't there.
True.
Or did we? Or do we not get paid because we didn't kill the bear?
That was a different job. That was for Mont Blanc, and the job was
We
just
have
to solve the problem.
Subdued the
I
bear.
mean, we solved the problem.
You just solved the problem. You didn't kill it.
Bring the bear back to Matt LeBlanc. We're like, hey, what's up?
Mont Blanc's gonna be like, "That's a bear."
That's my bear.
It's her bear.
It's a friend now.
Mont Blanc's gonna be like, "I don't get paid enough for this anyway." But no, you did complete the job for Anthony. Arguably, you could argue you completed the job for the bear. You still have the job that is the
Visible thing.
Yep. And
The
also,
unseen beast.
yeah, and you also have, because of when you talked to Keys, the theory that there's a Guado somewhere who talked to this supposed traitor. So you have a theory to sit on,
Oh.
who might be Jeffrey
Who might be Jeffrey?
Jeff. Maybe Jeff.
or Jezebel or Georgina or whoever it might be.
Gordo.
Hey, we don't insult Gordo. He was a good friend to Lizzie McGuire.
He was.
We stand the Jewish boy who didn't act like a jackass the entire time. He was a good Jewish boy. We stand him.
He was a decent human being, so we must stand for doing the bare minimum.
In old 90s and 2000s sitcoms, yeah, we kind of do.
Yeah, that was impressive for back then.
That's
It was
true.
very impressive for back then.
But anyway, to the audience, I thank you for watching the past 30 episodes. All of them will be on the YouTubes in the new year. I hope if you missed any, you can go back and watch them. Next session will be episode 31, where we figure out what the fuck these 6 want to do next, now that they've all reunited again and it feels so good. For that, though, I will say I will let them all go and free them from the enslavement that is me keeping them here. I know some of them are tired. I know some of the audience is tired. So to that, I say good night. Have a good week. And I'm going to rip off Matt Mercer. Is it Wednesday yet? Yeah, guys.